Timothy Sykes, author of An American Hedge Fund, turned $12,000 of bar mitzvah gift money into $2 million by trading thousands of stocks. Later, Tim managed the #1 short bias hedge fund from 2003 to 2006, starred in the television documentary entitled Wall Street Warriors, and appeared regularly on CNBC, all before the age of 26. Tim talks to CEO Albert Amers about the hedge fund industry.
Thanks, Brad. Tim, thanks so much for joining us today. Tell us a little bit about you and your fund and your newsletter and all these things you got going on with small caps.
Yeah, I'm all over the place. It's all located at timothysykes.com. I'm a blogger, trader, publisher, author, and I'm just trying to bring light to, penny stocks, small caps, micro caps. It's a very unloved sector of the market.
Right.
And I love it for whatever reason.
Right. Well, you're doing well at it.
Yeah.
You're sort of one of the few who are able to find niches and how to navigate these waters. So how are you doing it? Is it fundamental approach or a technical approach? What are you doing?
There really aren't any fundamentals, so it's mostly technical. What I like to do is I wait for pumps, whether it's newsletters or the media, some kind of short-term catalyst that I think is temporary. So those catalysts come and go, and once the catalyst is gone, I think the price will revert. Because a lot of these companies, they get, if you ever get a spam mailer in the mail and they say, national gas crisis, buy this stock now, and the stock goes up because, lots of suckers buy it. So that's the kind of stocks that I play.
And sort of how do you navigate these? I mean, okay, so let's say, for example, you have a microcap illiquid stock that has a bunch of buying come into it and it moves. What would you recommend?
I try and reserve shares. I like to short sell penny stocks, which is obviously a speculative strategy. But for example, the national gas crisis mailer was a company, hybrid. It's not even a real company. It's got $60,000 in revenues. It's a $300 million market cap. It's gone from 30 cents to $3. So I look to find shares to short the stock because once those spam mailers are done, then it's over. And this company, somebody spent $4 million to send out these spam mailers. It's a manipulated, corrupt little niche I'm in.
Right. So you'll recommend going short on some of these situations. Are you able to get the stock to borrow to short it? Or?
Yeah, surprisingly, it's pretty liquid. When they send out so many spam mailers, 3 million shares trade every single day. And again, I'm focusing on smaller investors. My account has gone from $12,000 to $19,000 in 6 months. Literally, that's all the money I'm trading with.
Right.
But I'm trying to do that, for other people with $12,000 to see exactly how to build that.
Right.
60% in 7 months when the market is down 20%. People like that.
Right, but you've had, some guys with bigger portfolios come in, and you're saying that some are starting with 50 or 100,000, and they're going where?
Yeah, one guy, Tony Ellis, started with 80,000. He's up to 150,000. Somebody named Mike the 13th. These are all people online. We chat every single day because it's a completely open community, and you can ask any question. I'll answer. I'll try to answer. It's getting kind of crazy right now, but yeah, I do think that it is scalable to a degree. I'm not saying mutual fund managers are going to touch this or hedge fund managers because there's a whole different. There's two worlds. You have people with millions of dollars where they could care less about making $10,000, and then you have lots of investors say, hey, would you like to try and make 10,000? They would be like, yes, please. Where do I sign up?
Right. So why these microcaps? What's your passion behind this?
Trust me, it's not an easy niche. I wouldn't have chosen this. I've had a wild ride. I turned 12,000 into 2 million, basically playing these penny stocks, buying them on breakouts and shorting them when the hype fades. So for better or worse, this is my niche, baby. I got to teach it to others.
Good stuff. Now, tell us about some of the other platforms that you're using. You've got some chat, you've got your newsletter, you've got your book, very interesting read, by the way.
Yeah, An American Hedge Fund is my book.
Yeah, very good.
I've got Penny Stocking, which is an instructional DVD. I've got a new live TV show, which you're invited to be on, Livestock, every Friday from 1 to 2 p.m. And, it's online only. I'm all web-based. So people can ask me questions, and, I'm standing in front of a green screen so they can see the charts that I'm looking at, exactly the indicators. It's all completely open. It's none of this sending out, ooh, the trend looks good. Maybe you should buy some shares. That's so generalized, sugarcoating. Just, I hate that. This is all individual.
Right. So you're looking at the charts, you're doing some technical analysis live.
Yeah. And I'm doing the research. I'm showing which people to go to which websites, saying, look, look at this message board, and then you check back on the chart. You see what the company's fundamentals are. You look at the SEC filings, but most of these companies don't even file SEC. It's such an interesting niche.
Right. So you're doing a lot of pink sheet stocks.
I try and stay away from pink sheets, bulletin boards, but I love NASDAQ small cap. That's my favorite. Not even Amex. NASDAQ small cap, there's a lot of stocks that can go from $4 to like $20 with enough hype.
Okay, how about on the long side? Any stocks that you like? Or?
I'm not good at that. I'm too cynical.
Right.
I wish I could be less, but I've seen too much bad stuff over the years. So.
Just the short side of the market.
Yeah, well, literally 9 out of 10 of these companies are going to fail or go down. So if you wait for these spikes, I believe the odds are in your favor. So that's my specialty.
Yeah. Very good. Tim, thanks so much for joining us today. If you have any questions, ask Tim directly on his wall. Check out his new book and go to timsykes.com. Thank you.